Hi guys, Allie here. Sorry we're a little bit late. We are streaming Return of the Obra Dinn today with Nausium, and we were just making sure that everything was set up. I'm just getting us on over and getting everything ready for you lovely people. Nausium is currently making coffee, and I am going to edit the stream info real fast.
Sounds good. I'll be back in just a second. Hopefully we'll beat this today.
Hopefully, we'll see. I think we're about halfway done with the fates. I don't remember how many we had left.
I seem to recall we were a little bit over halfway, but I'm confident that we can, if not beat this today, get close enough that your next stream will be very short.
Yeah,
So.
I do remember that I was very jet lagged, or I had a lot of issues with sleeping the previous time, so I wasn't as
You had
perceptive.
slept like 2 hours previous night. It was
yeah, two or 4 hours, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will be right back, and
All right.
We'll get started in just a second.
Sounds good. I hope all you lovely people in the chat are having a wonderful morning. It is bright and sunshiny, and the cat is... She seems to take that me talking as her cue to start zooming and singing me the song of her people. She is a kook. Okay, just making sure everything else is good to go. Silly cat. I remember that, let's see, I know we got a lot of fates figured out, and I'm wondering if we can get a lot of the topmen figured out. I'm hoping to get that tattoo guy figured out this stream at least, though I'm wondering if he's going to be an issue. Gotta make sure I don't spell Nausium's name wrong. That would be bad. There we go. Much better. I think my mod is asleep. Hope everyone's doing all right. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning out there. Though a couple days ago we had snow on April Fool's, which was pretty funny actually. Not exactly sure why we had snow on April Fool's, other than maybe being, you know, Mother Nature saying April Fools to us.
My coffee it'll be about 5 minutes, and I'll have to go actually pour it, but it's just brewing now.
Okay. How was your April Fool's?
It was pretty good. I only got fooled by one prank,
Oh,
which is
really?
good for the year. um, the the RuneScape wiki made a joke about I don't know if you've been following the thing about NFTs.
I've heard something about it. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Nobody really knows what it is. It's largely just a way for people to make money who have money um, through cryptocurrency. But they made a joke that they were selling individual wiki pages with NFTs,
Huh.
which was ridiculous enough that it seemed plausible given how ridiculous all the NFT stuff was. So I fell for it briefly, admittedly, but still.
Yeah, my dad had a prank that he pulled on my entire family. They have a March Madness pool that they do,
Yeah.
and he sent out an email saying that 3 of the 4 final 4 teams had caught COVID, and that my mom had won the pool, and he named the Excel spreadsheet 1 April pool, and it definitely got my both of my blonde cousins.
Fantastic. And
And
and and one of those pranks that's so plausible that it probably,
yeah.
you know, is it's not like the NBA or the NCAA has been handling COVID stuff particularly. I know that they're still holding games in my town.
Yeah,
So,
I ended up doing a fake face reveal on stream. So
oh, I
that
missed your stream for April Fools. I think I was modding another friend's stream.
that's fine. But
Um,
it was kind of a lame prank anyways. But what I did was I grabbed a picture from the site "This person does not exist," and
oh
I
yeah,
said that that was my face because it was AI generated. And like if you looked hard enough, you could see on the browser it said this person does not exist, and like there were little quirks that were just like, wait, that picture's not quite right. But it
that's
was
pretty good.
very last minute slapdash. I was like, oh, okay. Anyways, it
The
is 1 minute past 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna get the game up.
sounds good. Yeah, the friend whose stream I was modding, she did a fake. Uh, she replaced her face cam with a plushie of a duck and pretended to be the duck. It was all very cheesy, but it was very funny.
That's cute.
All right, so I've got your stream up on my other monitor
Okay, and it looks like
while
I've
I'm
got the
checking what my local team did for March Madness, and I think they got eliminated already. But
uh, yeah, we were kind of sad around our area because the our team that we root for is the Kentucky Wildcats, and they didn't even get invited this year, which
I mean, it's been a
is
weird year.
yeah, it's been a long time since they were not even invited to the tournament.
My
Okay,
team is Iowa State. We got eliminated fairly quickly, but then we also went to a bowl game for basketball or for football, which like we are genuinely one of the shittiest football teams in Division One. So it's it's a thing.
I think we already figured out this guy's. Yeah, that was the top man who fell overboard. I got distracted by the goat. So I'm also wondering where the monkey is. Where's my monkey? Is he safe? Did he make it off the ship? Because I know that the person who owned him made it off, I think. But who knows? This guy
We
is
can
John
hope.
Davies. This is Wallace Fighter. Did we finally figure out this guy? I don't know that that's actually his name. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. Q to go back to the ships list. Martin Perot, we don't know. anyone that... Okay, Paul Moss is still unknown. Philip Dahl is unknown. Okay, so Omid Goal is not confirmed yet because we still need to get 3.
Sorry about that if you heard that.
Vaguely, didn't hear what it was said.
I accidentally clicked something on another stream that popped up very loud. So
Okay. Okay, so we've got multiple people here who are not confirmed yet. So we don't know if Nicholas Bodarel is correct or not. Leonid Volkov, Alexei Toporov, and Nathan Peters. We don't know if he's alive. He disappeared during this chapter before the beast showed up. I think that was part of who we were trying to figure out. I wish I could jump up on there.
I guess logic would dictate that you have some people in there wrong, because if you had 3 of them right,
Right.
it would
cross them
trigger a
off.
fade. But 1, I'm not going to tell you who it is, and 2, I don't fully remember who's who in this, so...
That's fair. I'm just checking to see if there's anyone else flying off the ship as drowned. Okay, let's see. I've got those. And I'm going to X out this guy, because I do not know for sure that that is who that is. Tab.
While you're doing that, I'm going to promote you in my own Discord real quick.
Yay! Thank you. Much appreciated. How do I... Thanks, Soup Tycoon, for following me.
Oh, hey, Soup Tycoon.
Is he one of yours?
Tycoon?
Or one of theirs? Yours?
Yeah,
Wait, did
they're
you raid
somebody
me or
from my
something?
Discord. What? Oh, I retweeted your
Oh, thank you.
tweet. How are you doing today, Soup?
Okay, so Nausium, my brain is farting. How do I remove someone? How
What do
do
you
I
mean?
remove his name? I can't remember if I do it
Oh, tab, or no?
in the ship manifest.
What's a shift? I think to zoom in on him.
I think that's E. Okay.
Oh, and Tire
There
for
we go.
Hired. How are you doing? Everybody, I haven't even posted on my Discord yet. I only
Oh
retweeted
wow.
it. But
Thank you. Thank you, Tire for Hired. Unknown. I'm gonna put unknown for that because we still haven't figured him out. Because I don't think he's right at all.
yeah, Tire for Hired. It's a adventure in learning old nautical terms. Just half the reason.
Thanks for the follow. It's a party. Let's see. Gonna go back to here. Leonid Volkov, Alexei. I'm gonna go and search for Nathan Peters. Because I think that was, yeah, that's Nathan Peters. 15 memories, show memories. Let's see. He was in Unholy Captives. Soldiers of the Sea. His cargo.
So as a refresher, the guy in the photo, I'm not going to say what his name is. The guy in the photo is the one who killed the Danish
Yes, that's Nathan.
Guy. Yeah.
Nathan Peters is what we figured out. So I know his name is correct because his brother's name was correct, and it got confirmed already. I believe. Yeah, Samuel Peters got crushed by cargo, so therefore that has to be Nathan Peters. But the thing we don't know is whether or not his death is correct. That's probably what's because it's not been confirmed multiple times.
Yeah.
So alive in Africa is not correct somehow. So I'm gonna exit out of this particular memory and see if I can find one of the other memories. Good morning, Tiz. How are you today? Let's see. That is...
I'm gonna step out for just a moment and
Okay,
continue pouring my coffee. I'll be right back.
no problem. That was the Doom chapter. That was when... Okay, so that... We were just on the main deck, I believe.
Congratulations on getting Pfizer too, Tiz.
Yeah, he
That's great
said
to
that he
hear.
got that. I got Pfizer 1 on a couple of days ago. So I've had my first shot, which I'm really happy about.
I still need to get my first shot, but I'm still looking at what paperwork I need for it.
Right. We actually got it through our local health system. We didn't go to like Walgreens or whatever. We actually got it in the mall.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah, my state is a disaster for it.
oh
Like,
no.
you have to look at Walgreens' website, and somebody made an app that sort of condenses everything into like, okay, here's this company's doing this here, and this clinic's doing it here, and people are driving like 2 hours away
Oh,
just to get
yikes.
an appointment. So
Yeah,
hopefully it'll clear up.
what I ended up doing was I did something where I called my doctor and she gave me a number to like a COVID vaccine hotline, and that's how I was able to figure it out. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm looking for the disappearances in this chapter. So Omid Gul, Nathan Peters. I wonder if he was drowned. So he disappeared during the chapter where, like, the chapter after Lars, because he was Lars was trying to get onto the boat and Nathan killed him. So that leads me to believe that I need to go to the next one. So that was part 1 on the main deck. Part 2, oh great, I have to go back to that one. Every time you're on stream, I have to go to the poop memory. I apologize.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to go back to that one a few times.
I don't
But
understand why. It's so gross.
I had the same reaction. I usually just talked over it loudly. Yeah, it's
It,
pretty gross.
it is a treat for the senses. No, it is very much not. I'm going to go up to the top, and I am
Oh
going
no,
to...
the volume is the same no matter where you are, just so you know.
Okay, so he is looking overboard. I think that's Omid, if I'm correct. Let's see. Yeah, that's Omid, or who we think is Omid. These two are looking at the body. Did we figure out that guy's name? No, we don't know what his name is. That is is John Davies. This is where the boat is, I think. Or was. Okay, so he's looking out into the distance. I wish I could get higher up and see. Because... Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if in the previous memory we saw like a hint of a tentacle like pulling them down to begin with. Maybe they were the first casualties of the beast. I might need a hint here. Because
The hint I would give is that if you want,
I want to know where the boat went.
Start from the memory where they leave, and then kind of look closely at each sequential memory from there.
Okay. Well, this is
So
the
I
memory
would start from
directly
this
after.
memory, and then I would go into the next one in the sequence.
Okay. Because I'm not seeing the boat anywhere.
I would give the hint that if he's looking into the distance, that maybe you should also do that. But I don't think they give you any real clue at this point.
Okay.
So what chapter are you in now?
I'm in part 2, the Doom.
Okay, so you're in section 2 of...
Yeah, so the first part was where Nathan killed Lars Lind, and now we're in the second part where they just found the body of Lars Lind. And I'm assuming the boat has been lowered and is in the distance.
Yeah, so logic would dictate maybe find section 3.
Okay. Section 3 would be Abraham Akbar being crushed by a terrible beast. That's true, I haven't looked upstairs for that one. Okay, so can I go downstairs? Ooh. Okay, so that's that. Who's this? This is Paul Moss. Okay. That's interesting. I've never seen that knife hanging there before. Okay, multiple people lying in their bunks. I cannot look at him because I can't see his face. Who's this? That guy was crushed by a cannon. And he looks like a steward. Do we have any stewards that we have not identified yet?
Who's the person he's next to?
He's next to Martin Perot, so that would maybe mean that he's the third mate steward, who we still haven't identified yet. And that identified him. 3 more fates correct.
Nice. Yeah, as I've said before, that the proximity between two people is a fairly significant hint here.
Okay, so Omid was correct. Leonid was correct. Okay.
Yeah, the hint with Omid, besides the turban, is you saw just a second ago the sword hanging from his bunk.
Right.
And you can identify that bunk number, and then you can also see him in other memories holding that sword.
All right.
So,
sweet.
Yeah, we're closing in here.
Fast. Let's see, who is over here? We've got...
Yeah, tire for hire. I'm trying to avoid saying too much about that, but
Shoes can help. Interesting. Okay, so this guy exploded. We don't have an idea who he is yet. Who's this guy? This is one of the Chinese workmen. Unfortunately, so I can't identify them by their bunks just yet, because, like, unless they are... So, let's see, that is... Okay, if I go... I'm trying to figure out... Crew... Who's number 44? Lewis Walker. Okay. So Lewis Walker is in his bunk at this point. And 43. Maba. Who's... Okay, interesting. Maba from New Guinea. And we already figured out that guy. So let's go up top. Okay, so more tentacles. And we're still in that same area. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to check the next memory. I'm going to go to part 3. Wait, were we in part 3 already?
I think we're still in part 2.
Okay. That's right, because I decided to explore. Okay. Let's see. So, part 3 was crunchy, I seem to recall.
Yeah, it was the one where there's the...
Akbar being crunched.
Yeah.
Was he the one who got shot? No. He was...
No, the Austrian was the one who got shot by the squid.
Right. Location is on the gun deck next to the bosunate. So we're relatively close. Is it this one? Yes, I think that's... Nope, wrong. Wrong crush.
Yeah, there's a lot of really similar ones on this deck,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Figured this guy's... Oh, so yeah, we did figure
Yeah,
him
you
out.
just figured him out.
There's Martin Perot again. Who's this? That's Leonid.
All right, while you're looking through, I'm gonna actually pour the coffee. It's finally done brewing. I'll be right back.
Okay, so there's the corpse for that one. Got it. Highway for crunched bones, yes. Okay, yeah, he got crunched. He got exploded. That's not what I'm trying to focus on. Thank you. That's Christian Wolf. He got shot. Let's see, who else is around here? Because I haven't visited this one in particular since... Oh gosh, when's the last time I visited this memory? Very first stream? He was Mr. Knife Boy. Did we not figure out his name? I guess not.
I don't think we figured out Knife Guy yet.
That's Henry Brennan. That's Mr. Sweet Tats. And that's Leonid. Now with Leonid, process of elimination. He seems to be doing a... Gosh dang it. Still figuring out these controls. He seems to do a lot with... He's got the striped shirt. Leonid. He's a topman. So, uniform question. Is the striped shirt always a topman? Or just...
No,
Okay.
that's just a kind of stereotypical Russian sailor thing.
Okay, so...
Not every person who has a striped shirt in this is Russian. It's a sailor shirt. It's not
Right.
a. Topmen don't really have uniforms outside of like wearing clothes that have a lot of range of movement because they do a lot of climbing.
Right. Um, so would it be a general seaman uniform?
I,
Uh,
there's not really a uniform for people who aren't officers or stewards on
right.
these ships.
Because I'm trying to figure
Um,
out if, like, with gunners and people who are going and operating the cannons, very funny Tiz, their uniform is clothes. Uh,
I
I'm
mean,
trying.
that's basically true.
I'm trying to figure
Sweet
out
Cat
if
doesn't even
just
wear a shirt.
everyone is going down to the cannons.
Yeah. When you have to fire cannons, there's no, top men and seamen and everybody work together.
Okay, Tired for Hired says
Uh,
the same things. Cannons are really
yeah,
whoever can get around to it. Okay.
yeah. It's you don't pull rank when it comes to.
It's
Um,
every
yeah,
man
no,
in,
that's not my job as we're being
right?
murdered by giant squids.
41. So no one's really going to be sleeping at this point, I don't think. Is there a way to get up top?
Yeah, the idea of operating around a cannon without clothing on is.
Can I look outside?
So we're on. You say we're on 3 now.
Yes, we are on
I
3.
don't know if we can get up to the top deck in this one.
I definitely can't get out into the things. So that door's closed. That one as well. They're focusing more on shooting the cannons from that side.
Yeah, there's no reason to operate cannons on a side that does not
Have squid.
have a monster on it. Um, yeah, I'm trying to recall exactly because I gave you the hint that maybe you should look through this sequentially, and I'm trying to fully remember
Right.
how that applies. Because I remember, hmm,
He's exploded. And funnily enough, since I'm a girl, you would think I would be more into shoe identification, but I am the complete opposite. I know nothing about shoes. Other than maybe bouldering, because I know that if you climb, you need to have something that's a lot more flexible, like a sock almost. So
kind of.
I don't
Well,
know
no,
if that applies
bouldering
to.
bouldering shoes are very inflexible.
Mm,
If we're talking about rock climbing,
well, I mean, to some extent, yeah, but like when I was the one time I went like rock climbing, it was indoor rock climbing and had
yeah,
like the rock wall. It seems like they had some kind of flexibility to it so that you could like really get the best grip, I guess.
kind of. Well, they have a very hard, kind of grippy sole to them.
Right.
And they also tend to be very tight on your feet,
And I was wondering if
but they're
top men
not.
have that.
Yeah, they're not flexible like like those super feet or not. What the hell, the
The
Vibram Five Fingers.
yeah, the toes, toe
Yeah. If
socks or
anything,
whatever.
they kind of force your foot into a very narrow wedge.
Right.
Um, but those sorts of shoes wouldn't really apply for climbing on ropes.
Right. I think I might just go on to the next section because I'm not really gleaning much from this one. Because I thought I could
I
go
think
upstairs.
that would be the best idea.
Okay,
I don't fully remember what the next section is in this.
so that was the Doom. We're on part 3. What's part 4? Part 4 is Christian Wolf getting blasted by an explosion and this unknown soul as well. So, okay.
That's why you don't give squids guns.
Yeah, don't give a squiddo a gun. Well, it makes sense that it wouldn't. Let's see, he's over here. Um, it doesn't like letting you go through doors because, like, you're not really there.
Yeah. Yeah, if the door wasn't open at the time of the memory, there's
No way through.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the guy who got squished. There's Christian Wolf. Can I see out? Not really. Are there any doors open? No, there's not. Okay. And he's ready with the plunger thingy. This is the same guy who got clubbed. That's Henry. Can't see out of the windows that well. So maybe not this memory? Can't go up the stairs. Is there any other things that I can figure out from here?
I'm just over here looking up a official guide for this to make sure I'm not giving you bad hints.
I appreciate it. Wolf got turned into chili. Yeah, that's why you don't give a squid a gun. They're very irresponsible with it. He had to go fast. Okay, so that was Henry Brennan. We already figured that out. The people we don't have names for is Sweet Tats and Stabby. Though I think that we should petition the game devs to turn their names into those. Let's see, what is he holding on to? He's holding on to the rigging. So, and he's always been super into climbing. Like, every memory he's in seems to be him climbing. So I think he's a topman. But um, I can't tell if he's from Scotland. And he doesn't particularly look like he's from Scotland. We know how much this game loves to um, oh, what's the word? I'm forgetting. Make you profile.
Make you be racist.
Yeah,
Make you bring out the chronology
exactly. He's
calipers.
very obviously not one of the Chinese topmen.
Yes.
So he's
This
either
man's Dutch lobe on his brain is particularly pronounced.
he's either
No,
Timothy.
you've already figured out the only Dutchman on board, so that's not a
Yeah,
hint.
he's Nicholas. I don't think he's Maba. Um, wait a second. This actually might help us. I think that actually helped me. I think he is Timothy. Because we just located Maba and Lewis Walker, and they were both in their bunks in the previous memories. Maybe. I'm not sure, though. Really not sure. Okay, we figured out him, him, and him. I don't know what a New Guinea person looks like. Spirit by Beast. I guess I would ask, since I hate profiling, where is New Guinea? And would they look super, like not white, I guess?
Let me actually Google this so I can remember exactly where it is. But New Guinea is in Southeast Asia. It's right north of Australia.
So they would look vaguely Asian, maybe. So maybe
Uh,
this guy? I don't know, he's bald. Baldies are so hard to deal with. I'm getting sidetracked again.
there's a particular way that people from New Guinea at this time period looked, and giving that away would
Give it
tell
away
you who they are.
immediately.
So.
That's Henry Brennan. So if that's Timothy, that would be Nicholas. Or maybe it's the opposite way. Maybe that's Timothy. And that's Nicholas. I have no clue. I'm going to leave it as that, and I'm going to move on to the next memory. To try and keep on a good pace.
Yeah. I'm specifically not saying exactly which section the hint is in, because you are going through and finding more details. So.
Right. Okay, so part 5. Roderick is shot by a loose cannon. Okay. So he was another shot. I don't think it's that one. Nope.
I think there's like bones on the floor near a cannon.
This one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, there's Roderick. We found the right one. Okay. Oh wait, maybe I can get upstairs now? Potentially. Okay, that's Peter Milroy. That's Thomas Lanky. I can get upstairs! Yay! I'm gonna make sure that I've got stuff figured out up here though first. It's Martin.
Not actually sure if you can get past them, but
Who's this? That's Leonid. I can see more outside now. Kind of. Okay. I got stuck. Excuse me, sir. Sir, pardon me. No! Crap. I got stuck.
it happens.
I got stuck and it made me go into another body.
Sure is squid out tonight, yes.
Sure is squid, yes. Okay, so go back into this one. Okay. check. There's not really anything over there. I'm gonna see if I can get upstairs this time. Nope. Let me upstairs. Get out of my way. Okay. What is going on down? There's lots of things flying. Things are flying. Everything's going everywhere. It's interesting that this is particularly lit up. Okay. He's crushed. He is not. Okay. That is flying. Okay, I don't think it's this one. How do I get back to the exit? It's over here. It's a maze down here. Okay, and let's see. What is part 6? Part 6 is where we started. So we already checked over part 6 pretty well.
Yeah, I won't give anything away, but I think you found everything in part 6 that you need to.
So let's go to part 7, where Timothy, maybe Timothy, is torn apart. So that's upstairs. Where is Timothy? He's right here. Okay, so this is the first time that we're really up. Up! Well.
Ah, yes. You found it.
Okay.
I seem to recall it being a little bit farther in the distance, but yeah.
That's pretty obviously right there.
It's weird though, because there's so much going on in this scene that unless you're really looking for it, you will never see it.
I know.
This game, I don't know.
Okay,
the way that kind of every memory is its own painting, I guess, was one of the more striking parts of the game for me.
Okay, so he is drowned by the beast. He was also on the boat. Drowned by beast. We already knew he was drowned by the beast. I think he was on the boat as well. No. He is drowned by the beast. Okay. Yes. So that was 3 people drowned by the beast. Yeah, he was definitely on the boat. There was at least 3 people on the boat, I know that much. Okay. Who's this? That is John Davies. Okay, someone cut off a limb here. Who's this? That's Leonid. That's Olus.
Apparently trying to fist fight. Oh no, he's trying to catch the rifle. It kind of looked like he was trying to fist fight the Kraken from that frame at that angle.
Yes, he is absolutely fist fighting the Kraken. This is the guy. He tried stabbing the beast later and gets pulled in and disappears. That's Martin. Thanks for the cheer, Tiz. This guy was drowned. And who is that? That's the guy up top. So I think I did the yeah, I think I did the names correct the first time, where Timothy is actually Nicholas, and this guy is Timothy. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Try to see if... Did we get all of the stewards? I think we got all the stewards.
I thought there was one missing, but I can't remember.
Nope.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like it's only 3 weeks, but it feels like it's been 2 months almost. Okay, let's see. Ship steward is still missing. Captain steward, we don't know what happened to him. We figured out who he is, but we don't know what happened to him. We've got the Paul Moss. He was killed by Leonid, I believe. I'll have to go back and double check that. And then second, and we haven't figured out the fourth mate steward. Though I thought we had. Because I thought he was on the boat. Yeah, I thought he was on the boat with um, the fourth mate. Who's the fourth mate again? I thought that was... Yeah, John Davies. I thought he was on the boat in the words.
You're thinking of the
The mermaids. Cause,
uh
or,
I honestly I won't give any hint as to who he is. I found him forgettable enough that I don't even remember who he is.
Fair enough. I thought that Davy James was on the boat with John Davies. Why do they have such similar names?
Yeah, I do recall that being annoying. The stumbling over the names of
Yeah,
the fourth mate and the
but
steward.
because like I think I remember seeing a scene where one of the two had taken Lynn hostage, and they were dragging her to the boat, is what I seem to remember. So,
I thought you had accounted for everybody in that scene.
I thought
But
so
again,
too.
it's been some time, and I think that was something you had done the day I couldn't make it.
Right. That would make sense. Um, hmm. Okay, so we know who he is. We know who he is. Who's this guy? He's hanging on for dear life. Oh, that's Thomas. This is John Davies. Okay. So it didn't what am I missing? It didn't immediately say yes, I was right about Nathan Peters. Because I said that as he was drowned by the beast. It was him and two others that got drowned by the beast. I should have more than 3 people figured out at this point, is what I'm thinking. It might be this. I might have gotten the name wrong. I gotta recheck Paul Moss, I guess.
Well, you literally just put his name in, so we don't have any confirmation one way or the other.
Right, but there's more than 3 people identified. There's Nicholas, Timothy, Nathan, and Paul Moss. And normally when I put it in, it immediately confirms something if I have more than 3 people named.
Yeah.
Is the thing that is really confusing me. So something about this is not right. So what I'm saying is I need to go back to that memory to confirm that I actually,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's always worth going back and doing that. Sorry, I misheard what you were saying.
yeah. I need to make sure that who I was looking at was actually Leonid or not, because that could be incorrect. Let's see, that was on the top deck. And he was stabbed. That was part of the escape.
Last one. Move quick.
This will be the last one that we check before we go to break.
Makes sense. And I'll be a couple minutes on break. I'm gonna start some bread proofing. So
Okay, so that is Leonid. I don't know that this is Paul. He does have a steward uniform on. He'll not have Paul look out. Stop, let them go. No. Damn. Who else is in here? That could be Paul. That's Robert. That's Mr. Knife. I would assume that Paul is either on the boat. Who's that? Maybe that's Paul. Though you would assume... Is it... I'm wondering if it's being picky about the death. Killed with a sword. Is there an option for stabbed? No, it's killed with a sword. That does kind of... I don't... It does kind of look like there's another steward on there.
I am still here. I'm kind of just letting you talk through this because you're working through figuring stuff out.
Am I close?
Kind of. Yes. You're
Okay, let me
approaching the right
rephrase.
answer.
Is there 2 stewards on this boat?
Yes.
Okay,
Or rather, there's 2 stewards in this scene.
in the scene. Okay.
Yeah. The steward jacket is fairly distinctive.
Yeah.
Is the hint that I'll give. That if somebody's wearing that coat, they're a steward.
We already figured out this guy. That's first mate. That's Henry Brennan. Okay, so maybe I labeled this wrong and that is not in fact Paul. Maybe this is Paul. Maybe that's... That honestly looks more like that. Maybe I just... I don't know, I'm going in circles. Can I have another hint?
Remember the hint that I gave before about people standing next to other people being related to them in terms of their
Right.
rank and whatever?
Okay, so... Is that the case in this, maybe?
It's the case for one of the people in this scene.
Okay.
I can be more specific if you want, but I'm trying to be.
Paul, look out. Who's saying what? Will not take the last boat. I wonder if this is the... we already figured out the captain steward. It's the first mate on deck.
All right, so what stewards are missing?
The stewards that are missing are ship steward, Paul Moss, and Davy James. And Paul, let's see who that
I will say you're very close to figuring this out. Like,
I know, I'm just...
yeah. Um, I would keep at this.
Okay. He is very much not a steward. That's the first mate. And we figured out the first mate. Thought I was looking at the crew list. Okay, William Hoscott. And then the first mate's steward is Paul Moss. That's Henry Evans. Someone is saying, Paul, look out. So Paul is in this.
What would Paul be looking out for?
For being stabbed. That's the only thing I can think. But I had him as Paul Moss for the longest time. I'm trying to think, is there something else?
So the hint that I gave before still stands if you remember what it was.
Standing next to people.
Yes, in the ship drawing is a relevant hint for like
Sam Gilligan.
half the people in this.
Martin Perot. I already figured out Roderick Anderson. That's the third mate steward. This guy. Okay, this guy is definitely a... Oh, hold on. This guy is definitely a steward, and honestly, he looks more Indian. Or, sorry, yeah, Indian. But he is... Where? He perishes in Soldiers of the Sea, so I'm gonna have to go back to that at some point to figure out how he perishes. But he's definitely a steward. This guy does not exactly look like a steward at all. Honestly, he actually kind of looks like a passenger.
I'll revert to the main reason you brought me on this stream.
The uniforms?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Is that meaning to say that he's not a steward or he is a steward?
He's wearing a steward's jacket.
Okay.
Is as obvious a hint as I'll give here.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. No, you were
I was
you were so
circling the
close,
drain.
and I'm really glad you got it before the break.
Me too. Okay, so
Yeah. So
Nathan
you had Paul
Peters,
Moss. It was just connecting that dot.
Davy James. Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Davy
go on
James, the
break
world's
then.
most forgettable crewman.
And I will put us on over to some music.
All right. I'm gonna go start my bread. I'll be back in less than 5.
Okay, and I'm going to go grab a drink. So, my
Oh, I love the
lovelies,
cat
I
meow.
will be right back. Enjoy the music. Yep, I actually need to. By the way, I'm back. Hello. I need to change out that video for next stream. Hopefully, I have one. My kitty is currently looking out the window at. It doesn't look like she's hunting just yet, but some squirrels have been taunting her, which has been pretty funny.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
in about 15 minutes, I'm going to have to jump out again to finish or to put the bread in a bowl to finish the proofing.
Makes sense.
But after that, I'll be back for the rest of it.
So are you baking bread today?
Yes, I made a batch 3 days ago, 3 days ago of dough, and then it's just been sitting in my fridge.
So
Um,
is it like sourdough? What type of? Because
it's
you're all about bread on your
yeah,
streams.
it's a really basic white bread. I've never gotten sourdough to work. That's just kind of inexperience and partly the weather. That getting a sourdough starter to work in if it's too dry or if it's too cold can be
Right.
kind of tedious.
So is it
But
like the friendship bread recipe that I see going around, or?
I'm not sure what that is. It's called just overnight white bread.
Hmm.
So you mix everything together. Um, it's about 4 hours initially, where you every 30 minutes you how can I put it? You
Like you
get the
knead it?
water, you mix it with the flour. After 30 minutes, you add the yeast and the salt. You mix it all together,
Okay.
and then like 4 more times every 30 minutes, you go and you knead it and you kind of pinch it and
Feed
make
it.
sure that everything's mixed together.
Gotcha.
No, you don't feed it. You don't add anything to it.
Okay.
And then you let it rise for about 8 to 12 hours, and then it's good to go. So I've set it
Sounds
to, or I pulled a ball of it out. It's doing what's called a bench rest now, where you kind of pull it out, knead it a little bit to get some of the gas bubbles out, and then you let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then after that, you form it again and you put it covered in a bowl for a little over an hour.
Okay.
Um, and then you put it in a preheated oven
Sounds
and
fun.
bake it. Yeah, I'll post some pictures when it's done,
Okay.
which should be in the next 2 hours or so.
All right. Sounds a lot of fun. Um,
Yeah,
I unfortunately don't have a way to do that much here because either I always have dishes in the way or I just don't have the space in my fridge.
yeah.
But
This space is kind of the limiting thing. My kitchen is always pretty cluttered usually, but
I feel
it's
that.
easier than it sounds to make it. I think a lot of people get intimidated by, they see this bread and they think it's some big involved thing, but realistically, it's about 30 minutes of work spread over, you know, 4 or 5 days.
Right. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I've got the game back up and
All right.
gonna take a look at the crew list now, see where we're at.
So you know
See.
now that everybody that you've had fully, you've guessed who they are and their fate, and if it's not correct now, you know that that's wrong, right?
Right. Um, so I know you said that Martin Perot is possibly one of the people that we're going to find out in the bargain chapter.
I don't
Okay,
want to
we
give too much away, but yeah,
right.
there are some people whose fates
Will not
you won't figure out
understand.
until then. Yeah.
Right. Charles Minor we have not identified yet. Same with Duncan McKay, who is a purser. I have no idea what that means.
It's like accountant.
Okay.
They
Um,
deal with payroll basically on ships and, inventory and that sort of thing.
okay. Zungi Sathi, we don't know what happened to him. He was in
You
the
said
Soldiers of the
you were going to
Sea.
look at him next.
Yes, and then Philip Dahl has stumped me for a couple of times. The last time we see him, he is being put into the hold, so we don't know if he's dead or not. Um, and then Timothy is not um, confirmed. So Timothy and Nicholas did not get confirmed in that round. So I don't know if I need to switch them back. Or maybe they're just, maybe I was wrong with my assessment. Maybe they are. One of them is I don't know.
And you've got, it looks like Alexei Toprov
uh,
was not confirmed.
right. So who do I have as Alexei? So maybe he is not Alexei. Maybe he is Alarcus?
I wouldn't even pretend to know how to pronounce that name, but I'll take
Alarcus,
your word for it.
Alarcus Nixim? Nikishim? Shin?
Nikishin?
Blah.
I don't know. My Russian pronunciation is
Yeah, I,
horrifyingly bad at that.
I I have no idea. We also have Alexander Booth and George Shirley. That is not confirmed. Or
And
or
Hamadou Diom as well.
uh that the Sierra Leona person?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh boy. Uh well, let's just start with Zungi Sathi. This guy. He met an unknown fate. He perished in Soldiers of the Sea Part 7. So, yeah, we did think that the carpenter was Hamadou because he was black.
Yeah, the carpenter thing always makes people come away feeling a little bit bad about themselves.
Yeah. Yay, profiling. Let's see. What that was Part 7. They make for the lazarette. Someone shoot the damn thing. Okay, so it's in
Yeah, I
the
remember
port
this scene.
walk. So let's get out of this memory. So that was downstairs behind something. That was double downstairs. It was maybe not this side. Maybe it was the opposite side. I think.
It'd be weird if you aren't Dutch. Username. Personally, I think it's weird. Some people seem to like it. There's a gas station chain in my state that does breakfast pizza that a lot of people like. I've never had it, but everybody talks about it.
What, eggs on pizza?
Yeah.
Um, honestly, I've seen worse on pizza. I've seen tentacles on pizza.
Oh yeah, that's.
It wasn't this one. It was part 7, not part 6. Where was part 7?
I believe this. When I picture eggs on pizza, I picture there's that Dutch pizza that has like a fried egg right in the middle of it.
Yeah, like sunny side up almost.
Yeah. Um, this memory, I believe, if you have to go into the
Yeah.
little side hallway to get this one.
Yeah, I thought I was there, but then I went the wrong way, I guess. Is it this? No.
Yeah, seafood pizza has to be done well. My dad makes a halibut pizza that's really, really good.
I will say I
Um,
never actually tried the I never tried the squid pizza. I did try something else that had like ham on it and
it's not too bad. I mean, Canadian bacon is basically just ham on pizza, right?
true, but it was like ham, pineapple, and capers, which capers on
Huh.
pizza is actually super good. I had no idea.
There's a Italian place near me that does that.
So I'm gonna go with he was.
They do. It's I'm actually looking at their menu right now. It's sausage, olive, and capers. It's very good.
Hmm. Gonna
All right.
see if I can try and
So
get around here. Nope. This is the memory where I can't get out. Looks like. Speared? I believe. By the beast. Or spiked, maybe?
I would, yeah. This memory is rough because you have to like look through a very narrow field of view through every window.
Right. Well, Emil, who was down the way there, he was spiked by the...
Yeah. The distinction, I believe, is that
the blood
if you're
spatter.
speared by the beast, whatever stabbed you is still attached to the beast. But if you're spiked, it's something that, like the mermaids would throw spikes,
Right.
if that makes sense.
And we see he still has his spear. I see that guy has a gun. I think that's, who is that? That's, William Hoska, the first mate. I see someone with what looks like a turban, attacking from the back with a spear, maybe? Looks like he has a spear in his hand. Or like a harpoon. I don't know. It looks like this arm or leg is coming through and just went through the board, maybe.
I would suggest that you would have a better sense of things if you look through every window.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Oh, hello. More people. That's Ola's fighter and Alfred? And Christian.
Yeah, the crab battle.
Okay, so
This
that...
scene's always great for people's initial reaction to it, because the game goes from like interesting crime drama to crab monsters kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Alfred. He's shooting. Looks like... oh, excuse me. Looks like there's a line of... I think he was shot by accident. Because there's someone shooting from behind, and that would match the trajectory. I can't tell who that is, though. Who are you? Oh, God. It doesn't... I can't tell if he has a shirt on or not. It doesn't look like it. Who's walking around with no shirt on? Other than my husband.
I think he's wearing a shirt.
uh... He's
It's hard to tell, but I'm fairly
bald,
certain.
I think? And I can't zoom in on him. Like, I can't... That's rude. I'm gonna change it to shot by gun, because that definitely... Shot... Gun... Not an officer. Definitely not an officer. Unknown. I think it was just a ricochet by accident. Like, this guy missed. I don't know. Maybe I have to go to another memory to get out of this alleyway and see who else was there. Would that be a good idea?
I think that would be a good idea, yes.
Okay. So definitely shot by an unknown person. I'm going to go to, I think, maybe the previous memory. Because that would have him in approximately the same area. I'm gonna go to this guy's death. Reaching out with my mind's eye, muttering, "Give me your name!" Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the frustrating things about this is that kind of everything's intertwined with everything else for a bunch of these. So you really have to struggle, but once you find one person's name, suddenly you'll find like 4 more, like we did earlier with Landed.
Yeah. Okay, that's Peter Milroy. That is Charles. That's Alfred. I don't think I ever really went and looked around with these. That's Winston. That's Nathan. There's this guy. That's Henry Evans. Is that really... Oh wow, he was injured beforehand, looks like. That's intriguing. So he crawled his way all the way from here, maybe? I don't know. He was already injured. That's... Whew. Wow, okay. Who's this guy? That's Thomas. Can I go upstairs? No, I can't. That's rude. Okay. I think I messed up. I think I need to go to the one after he died to figure out who that other guy was, because that would put it closer. Let's see, which part are we in? We're on part 6. That was part 7. What's part 8? Winston Smith dying. Is that all? That's quite the last words. Okay, moved postmortem. He was in the bosun's store. Ugh, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where the decks line up with these memories, but
Bosun's store. Not in here. Maybe the other one? Across the way? This one?
I'm gonna go set my bread for final proofing. I'll be right back.
Okay. I need to look at the map anyways. I am on the opposite side. Okay, so maybe in here? The Britnings. Yeah, it doesn't quite top the last words of being stabbed and being like, oh, damn. It's back there, apparently. It's off to my right. Back there. What? No, okay, so I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm still looking at Zungi. Looking for this. the wrong deck? I'm on the wrong deck. I need to go down one. Okay, so it's up and to the right. Yes, this one. Okay, so this is where that was,
Okay, I'm
apparently.
back.
I found my way to the correct corpse, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, there's so many bodies with the Soldiers of the Sea that it's hard to tell which one is which.
Right. Okay, so that's the guy that we saw before. It's this guy. He was drowned by the terrible beast.
Well, he's being stabbed by the crab, or he's being whatever
He's
murdered by the crab in that scene. Yeah.
yeah.
We're playing to Tire Fired here.
Well, I was trying to figure out this guy because he's the one who shot Zungthe or Zungi or
We
yeah,
know who you're
Zungi,
talking about. I don't remember what his name is.
Mr. Indian Steward. He's the one who shot him, and now he's got a spear. And he died in the Doom chapter. Huh. He's got... I don't know. Wait, did you... I seem to recall you mentioning that the striped shirt was a thing with Russian soldiers. Or was that incorrect?
The type of striped shirt that Landon was wearing is sort of a stereotypical Russian thing.
Okay, so that's a very different striped Russian shirt.
The shirt that this person, the bald guy, is wearing is also very distinctive, but I don't want to give too much away just yet.
Distinctive in what way? Ah!
It's a shirt that only a specific how can I phrase
it's
this?
a very Mr. Smee shirt.
Waldo. I'm trying to remember.
Baldo.
I mean, yeah, that's actually.
What position was Mr. Smee?
I mean, yes, the shirt that Smee is wearing is a reference to. No, actually, I'm wrong. Let me hold on. I have to look up the name of this shirt. I'm not going to say what it is.
Hi, hobbits.
Yeah, the shirt that Smee is wearing is actually modeled after the shirt that this character is wearing. But that's not a hint. There's no there's no correlation there that would help you.
Damn. Okay, so I cheated a little bit. I looked up Mr. Smee and I was trying to figure out if maybe his position would help. And apparently, Mr. Smee is Captain Hook's boatswain.
Bosun is how that's pronounced.
Hello, Charles Minor. Thank you. Because we've already figured out the bosun. The only one who hasn't been figured out is the bosun's mate. So that's who I'm assuming that is. I think. I hope. Maybe. Which means... something, where did you go? Shot by Charles Minor? Maybe. Wait, hold on. Was the bosun... Okay, yeah, the bosun was confirmed.
Yeah, he had his arm torn off.
Right.
Yeah. That was a while ago. We figured him out.
Mm-hmm. So this is a potential. We don't know for sure. He was drowned by the beast in which memory? Yeah, the Doom. He was on the ship, I think. Not the ship, the boat that got tipped. If I remember correctly. Who else? Shot by a gun, C minor. Timothy. These two I need to switch again. Maybe not. Alexei Toporov. Who do I think is Alexei? That's Leonid. I guess that's not Alexei.
If it doesn't highlight, it's somebody you've already figured out, I believe.
Right, but Alexei is not figured out yet.
Oh, okay.
Haha!
Excellent.
I had
So the
Alexei
shirt that he
and
is,
Alkarov mixed up.
yeah,
Alkars?
the shirt that Charles Minard is wearing is called a marinière, which is
Ah.
a traditional French naval shirt. And as far as I know, that's the only way to figure out who he is. Like, there's not a lot of clues for him. I think I only guessed because I knew he was in a scene where somebody, in the scene where the cargo falls and kills that guy, he's listed as being in the scene, but you can't see him, but you can hear somebody talking in a French accent.
Oh.
And I think I threw a Hail Mary on that one and managed to get it right. We are getting very close.
That's Nathan Peters again. I didn't realize Nathan was in this. We're getting extremely
He's always
close.
off to the side somewhere.
Well, no, he's underneath the stairs. He's stabbing the beast from underneath the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, have we figured out this guy? No, we haven't. He looks... I wonder if this is Hamadou. Where's Hamadou? We've only got 2 pages left. Ha! There's
Yeah, we're
Hamadou.
closing in.
Okay, so I'm gonna list him as Hamadou because he's always off to the side like, huh? Okay. Okay, so let's see. Go back to the crew list. See who else did not get taken care of in that. Philip. Okay, so I'm still stuck on Nicholas and Timothy. Because they have not been correct the last 2 times that stuff has been figured out.
Yeah, getting the top men right can be a little
Tricky.
tedious.
Maba. Maybe this guy. Topman. Who else? Got. Okay, so we're missing one Russian. Tire for Hired is right there with me. We're just going, oh man.
Yeah.
So Alexei Toporov, we still need to figure out. It's not that guy. It's not that guy. Maybe this guy? Alexei Toporov. Wait, have we figured out that guy yet? Who's this guy? Now this is Samuel Peters. We already figured him out. He was crushed by cargo. It's Nathan. It's Alexei, Leonid. Hamadou, maybe. He was exploded. We don't know if that's Maba. Yes, figured out, figured out, figured out, figured out. Spirit by Beast. Most of these are kind of falling into place, which is good. I think we have... Did we finally figured out all the stewards? I think we did. Let me go back to the crew list. Okay. Yes, we've got all the stewards. So I can't use that as a way to figure out people anymore. Dang it. Purser. Would the purser have a very distinctive look?
There would be something distinct about him. What do you think a purser or accountant would be?
I feel like he'd have a top hat almost. Or something.
I honestly forget where he is in the drawing, but
That's the helmsman. Surgeon.
there is something distinct about him in the scene where you see him.
Wait a second. I think this guy had a box. Maybe. He was... Okay, we're gonna have to go back to that. That one, because that was the one where Lars died. Thought he had a box, like... thing. Nope, wrong. Be over here.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody day.
Yeah, he's got some kind of chest in his arms.
You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. Look.
That's a guy who
I
I think is
wouldn't call that
Hamadou.
a chest.
Or maybe a book? A box. Looks like a box. I'm gonna track this guy down, see where he is the rest of the times. 6 memories. Let's see. Where are you at? What's your path? Okay, he's in the Doom. Doom. Wait, he's in that part of the Doom as well? Oh yeah, duh, because he falls off the boat. He gets drowned. Let's see, where else do I see him? I see him in Soldiers of the Sea, Unholy Captives, multiple parts of the Soldiers of the Sea, and he is never in the cargo hold. So he starts here in part 5. Okay. So I think I should probably go back and look at him in the Soldiers of the Sea and Unholy Captives and see what he was doing. So let's go to part 5. of Soldiers of the Sea and see exactly what he was doing during that. Okay. Part 5 was downstairs. That was the unfortunate gentleman being speared.
Yeah, the only hint I'll give here is to just sequentially work through stuff that whatever character's been in.
Set down one more. Yep. Oops, part 6.
I've got you.
I did not mean to go into that particular one.
I'll get you down.
Okay, so part 5 would be...
I think he's in part 6 too, but you know,
Yeah,
you
he
want to start
is,
as
but
early
I
as
want
you
to
can.
start from part 5. I am curious how Zungi got hurt the first time. Like, I wonder if he got speared.
I actually don't remember.
Damn, that's part 7. How do I keep on messing that up? What was part 5?
If you look to see who died, I can give you a better.
Oh, that's right, he burned to death.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Charlie.
So that's going to be there's like
Yeah, there's
the crab corpse in the middle
Yep.
of the deck.
This one. Yes, this one. It's assumed that he got speared and then crawled up and got shot. Ooh. Peter Milroy. Yikes. Thomas. Alfred. These two... Oh, they actually got decapitated. He did not get clawed. What? I guess it
You already figured him out.
accepted that.
Sometimes the game is really petty and specific, and sometimes it gives you a few
Options,
options. Yeah.
He definitely got decapitated by the beast. Like both of these did. That's oof. Okay. He's got a gun. He's got a gun as well. So I guess there's a beast coming from that angle. That's Henry Evans. That's Winston Smith. Nathan swinging down here. I'm not looking. There we go. Emil. Oh yeah, he was definitely speared. Initially.
Okay. Yeah, I had forgotten that.
So where is... It says he's here somewhere. We're looking for Duncan. We're looking for, oh, who was it? This guy. Because it says he's in here somewhere. The controls on this are messing me up. Yeah, it says he's in the part 5 somewhere. I just haven't found him.
I don't fully remember where he is in this part.
Do I need to go look in a door somewhere? Is there a door open? No, he's not there. Because it won't let me go upstairs. Won't let me go further down.
And you,
Hmm. What?
I'm thinking about something.
Is there anywhere I have not been yet? Or have not looked?
Yes, but I don't remember if you can tell from it, and I'm trying to think if it's a hint or a spoiler or if I'm going to tell you the wrong thing. I believe I forget if you can go into the side hallways in here, and I forget if you can like see into
Those
closed
pits?
rooms or not from the side hallways.
Oh.
But
Yes, yes you can.
okay.
You can see into this room. Because I've learned that... I learned that from the, thing where Zungi died.
That's the surgeon's quarters, but I forget.
I think so? No, these are the bunks. This is the carpenter's, I think. Maybe I need to look from the other side. Oh, hello. Yeah, he's hiding in there. And where is that on the map? That's the purser's office. He's hiding in the purser's office. I think you are definitely the purser, sir. Why else would you hide in your office? Okay, so...
I actually didn't know you could see him in this scene. There's another scene that you
I need to
can
look
see
at?
this guy hanging out.
Okay. Well that's part 5. Let's head to part 6, where Emil is. Let's get further evidence before I just write it off. And we should be able to get one or two more scenes.
Yeah, I think we can get at least one more confirmation out of this. If we don't, I don't know. We usually end at the top of the hour. I don't know if you were
Yeah.
planning on going a little longer, but
Oh,
we're getting
there
pretty
he
close.
is again. Okay. So he's in this office for another one. So let's go to Zungi, see if he's still in there. Because I think I can look in on that one as well. Yep, he's there as well. Okay, so he's in the purser's office the entire time all this stuff is going on. Interesting. Okay. He snuffed the light out. Let's see, where else is he at? Sketch. So that was 3 memories we saw him in. So that was those 3. And he was also in Unholy Captives 3, so... let's go to Unholy Captives, Part 3. Who died in that one? That was William Sim, and that was on the Orlop deck. So let's go to that. Yeah, I can't get out there that way. Orlop deck is 1 more up, or wait, are we on the Orlop deck right now? Yes, we are. So he is over by that other staircase. He's this body. Haha. Okay. Okay. Who are you? Oh, you're the artist. I don't see you much. Because you're... He's usually dying. Being squished. Okay, so here he is. Okay, so that's not much evidence towards being the purser, but he's been seen in the purser's office for 3 different scenes. And he had some kind of...
Yeah, he's a weenie. Tire fire.
Yeah, he is definitely a weenie. I think I'm gonna stop bugging out about him so much and go back to the crew.
Alright. So who all do we have left?
So we've got Purser, drowned by the beast. We have Philip Dahl, which I don't know what happened. He was shut up in the lazarette.
He was not put in the lazarette. He was put in the
You sure?
one of the cargo rooms in the cargo deck.
Because if I go to...
The lazarette is a separate area that we haven't been to yet.
Yeah, but... What? Okay. What chapter was he put in there? That was...
I think it was...
Unholy Captives, I thought.
I think it was Soldiers of the Sea. I mean, it'll tell you where you last saw him.
No, it was in Unholy Captives because John Naples was killed by sword by Philip
Yeah,
Dahl.
you're right. You're right.
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So he was in the lazarette. We just... I think you hinted that he was also a bargain chapter. Because I think we're not going to be able to get into the lazarette until the bargain chapter. Because I haven't found a way to do it yet.
I don't fully remember which fates we can't do until the bargain chapter. I remember some of them, and I'm not going to give them away, and I don't remember others, so...
Right. And then we've got Timothy and Nicholas. Possibly Lewis Walker? Wonder if he's Lewis. And... I don't know. Because Mr. Tats is really hard to figure out. Then
Yeah.
we've got
He's,
Maba, who I just randomly assigned. Because I thought, I don't know what New Guineans look like. And of course Hamadou. And Alexei Toporov. I don't know. I think my brain's burnt out for the day.
That's fair.
Was there any that I was super close on that I missed?
I think you are closing in on some of the top men, but it's hard to say.
Okay.
But you did get a lot of fates in, and you are coming very like.
Yeah, I got
I know
9
I keep
fates
saying, "Oh, we're
today.
gonna finish it today," but the next time we stream the
Yeah.
next time you stream this, you are gonna finish this definitely.
Yeah, okay. No, tab to get out of the book. Where's the exit? I'm gonna take it out and put us over to stream ending. Okay. That was
Yeah, I made a lot of progress.
a lot of stuff. That was 9 fates. That's pretty good for what we were doing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited for you to finish this next time. Are you going to be doing this next week? Or are we going to skip a week? Or what's
Let
your
me
thought?
look at my calendar real fast. I don't think I have anything scheduled for next Saturday yet. That's what, the 10th? Yeah. I think we can pencil it in for next weekend as well. Because I
Sounds good.
don't see why not.
I can definitely make that. So
Okay. Thanks for the cheer, Tiz. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, so, a little explanation for you, Nausium. I put this cool thing called a stream boss onto my streams. That's what the little blobs are. And my viewers can attack each other because they can become the stream boss if they are the ones who deal the killing blow for the last stream. They can do
cool.
that by following, they can do that by subscribing, they can do it with donations. And so we had a lot of battles last stream, and Hobbits was the last one who took down, I think he took down Tiz as he was on the way out. So they seem to have been having fun with it, and I'm having fun watching.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that specific one before, but I've seen stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think I found it on Streamlabs was the code for that particular one. Yeah, it was one heck of a parting shot. They've been having fun with it. I've been enjoying it as well. I already said that. Why am I repeating myself? Okay, I'm hungry. I think I am going to go and grab some lunch. Thank you so much for joining me, Nausium.
No, this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna sign off myself and start preheating my oven for this bread. So.
All right. Well, you go ahead and sign out. I'm gonna just have some last words with my chat.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. All right, chat. Thank you so much for being on stream with me. I've highly enjoyed it. We got so much done. Thank you for your support. And we are going to be starting back on Tuesday with more Sherlock and more Dreamfall chapters. If you enjoyed the stream and think that it deserved a rating, drop a like and a follow and a subscribe if you feel like it. But yeah, so we will be actually changing the stream time on Tuesday. It will be at 7 instead of 6. So we will be streaming from 7 to 9 o'clock. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew, so you're not wondering where the heck I am. But yeah, drop a like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell to make sure that you're notified on YouTube, or do whatever you need to make sure that you get the notification when I am streaming. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, my lovelies.